Hello, very welcome. Very, very welcome. We are here. This is my camera. I don't remember which camera does what. This is close up. This is a bit bigger. And I got two cameras on me. I prefer when I got three. Okay, right. There's one there. Hey, welcome, everybody. This is Feed the Artist. Today at Feed the Artist, we're not having any guests. I'm gonna host myself. These are weird time, crazy times, and unfortunately...
But you're still not alone.
Not alone, no,
You're
I'm
not
still
alone.
not alone. I got my team with me. I got my friend Helmut Steiner, who's behind everything, little producer. And we got Thomas Visperas, analog disco spider, who is doing the cameras and the funny ears. So we're gonna start with a first song. This is probably like the song that got me into music, to really like music. It's a great song, and you probably know it. And let's just play. Well, I'm a king of swingers, a jungle VIP. I reached the top and I had to stop. That's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cup, go right into town. I'll be just like all the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Hey, whoop-de-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. And I swear it's true, Nip like me, I can learn to be a man too. Probably bam zwaba, vam brigade lam bam wabe, skip up, ribab stay that time bay, ribab bam bam bam, skip yeah. Well, don't try to kid me, man cop. Clue me what to do. Give me the secret of the Redman fire, so I can make my dream come true. I wanna be a man cop, yeah, and go right into town. I'll be just like all the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Hey, oopie-doo. I wanna be like you, I wanna walk like you, talk like you too, and I say it's true, and they like me, I can learn to be, you man too, bam bam ray. And I say it's true. Someone like me, he can learn to be you, be do man too. And I swear it's true. And if like me, he can learn to be like someone like you. And I swear it's true. Someone like me, he learn to be you better be your mind to Bambalambe. And I swear it's true. Someone like me, I can learn to be you better be your mind to dim. And I swear it's true. Someone like me, can learn to be you better be your mind to and I swear it's true. Someone like me can learn to be you better be your mind too. Woo! Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I started, I guess, to really love music and everything. Like everybody who's from this generation through Disney. Yeah, it's been a great influence as a kid, you know? You don't think about it. But then, after a bit, the songs that you remember the best, that everybody remembers, are actually like all the Disney songs. And the cool thing is that wherever you go, like around the Western world, I would say, like it does change if you go probably to Asia or Africa or some stuff. But in the Western world, everybody knows those songs. And the cool thing is to try to check the difference between every countries and how they sing it, like because the language changes. And I really enjoy to even play this song at my show, and then I would like encourage people to sing it in whatever language they know it. And if you have a very international party, it just becomes this, I want to say like a mess, a beautiful mess where everybody is just screaming whatever. And yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And ambience. Yeah.
Well, Picaros.
Yeah.
What does your name actually mean, and how did you start with music?
Oh, that name. Actually, so the name I found way before I started to play music. It was at a French class, and we were studying different kinds of character of literature, and the Picaro came up. And basically, the Picaro is an anti-hero from the Spanish literature. And it was the first time that a hero would not be a noble knight trying to save the orphans and the widows from a terrible dragon and trying to find pure and true love. And on the other hand, the Picaro was just some dude coming from a miserable background, and it was just trying to feed himself pretty much, and it would do whatever it takes to do that. But one thing that would stay within him is that he would always be very realistic about his position and about what's going on. He would look at it with humor. So he would laugh about it. He would laugh about the social constructions and about the stupidity of some situations. And he would always stay free. So his freedom was actually his only belonging. And I thought, yo, that's pretty cool. You know, it might be from 400 years ago, but it still resonated within me. And I was at the time probably 14, 15. And, you know, being a free guy traveling the world and going through society, that sounded like something I would like to do. And so I took the name. I picked the name.
And so how did you get into music?
Very late.
What was your entry drug?
My entry into music?
Yeah.
It was, so basically I always loved music. I was passionate about music, and I had this very high idea about what a musician is, what an artist is. And to me, it was this kind of like almost God that is really like, wow, man, you can be a musician. This is so freaking awesome. And as time went on, I loved to have my guitar and write text and do things like that, but that was only for my friends. I did one little show for the school when I was a kid, and I thought, wow, I'm so cool, I did that, but I did not take myself so seriously. Later, I did always end up with musicians. I loved being surrounded by artists, but never thought of myself as one. I always thought, I am very lucky to be surrounded by this kind of people, but I am not this kind of person. Like, I can't make it. It's not something that I could possibly do. And one day I ended up in Australia, completely broke, with no money left whatsoever. And having spent so much time with musicians, I remembered that a lot of my friends at the time were doing street music. And my flatmate was also a musician, and he told me, man, if you don't have any money, just take your guitar, take my amp, go on the street and play a bit, see what happens. And it went completely wild. It was probably one of the wildest busking sessions I have ever done in my life. I ended up being invited by a couple of lesbians into their place, and it was filled with girls who were all lesbians, and I was here and I knew 5 songs at the time. And I was like, oh my God, I was the only guy. And I thought, I am not into my place. This is not going to end up well. They're going to find out I'm a fraud. And I was very, very stressed. And the first song I play, very well. Second song, very well. Third song, I start to sweat because I'm like, oh my God, I just got 2 songs left. Fourth song. And in the middle of the 5th song comes one of the girls, grabs the other one and just punch her in the face like real hard. I'm like, oh my God, and it starts to go into a brawl. So you got all those girls.
That was in Australia, right?
That was in Australia, in Sydney.
Yeah, they're feisty there.
They're a bit, like nature is rough, so are sometimes Australians there. And so it just turns into a brawl. There are girls fighting. There is blood on the floor. It's really wild. And I am here playing my song. I was playing Hey Ya this time. So I was like, hey, ya. Really scared. And at some point, they just start laughing, fix each other's up, like, oh my God, oh, you're bleeding, oh, I'm gonna fix you up. And then so they turn from being those violent warriors into like being those incredibly loving women into each other's. And it's really a beautiful scene, but I don't know where to go. I don't know is it my place? Do I belong here at all? And they tell me, wow, man, that was great. It was amazing. And I ended up coming home with $100, a pack of beer. And I thought, yo, man, that was insane. I'm definitely going back on the street tomorrow. And I went back on the street the day after and the day after and the day after. And I guess this is how it got me to become a musician.
So you were happy that night. Do you want to make our listeners and viewers make them happy as well and play another song?
Yeah, I'm going to play you guys. This is probably like the first song that I wrote that I had a real meaning to myself, and that although it did not necessarily became something ever, it was always kind of like my first very personal text. And it's a song that I kept with me all the time, and I'm gonna play it for you now, if you don't mind. Je ne suis pas un guitariste et pas même un artiste. Chaque fois je me désiste et chaque fois je me déteste. Pourtant je joue de la guitare, mes tableaux sont des œuvres d'art. Qu'en suspens au-dessus des crachoirs quelques pièces, voilà tout ce qu'il m'en reste. Mais j'ai pas envie d'abandonner. Dans ces histoires j'ai trop donné. Ces espoirs désespérés un jour vont me rapporter. J'irai décrocher les étoiles, les rapporterai au bercail. Si dans ma chanson y a pas d'accordéon, c'est qu'il s'est tiré une balle dans son salon. Quel pauvre con, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, à moins que rien, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, quel pauvre con, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, à moins que rien, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Mais voilà rien, c'est déjà bien, c'est mieux que trop, c'est mieux que moins. Puis un peu c'est pas assez, moi pour me satisfaire, faut y aller. Alors merci pour les courbettes, et merci pour les branlettes, de toutes ces petites gambettes dont je soulève les jupettes. Merci aux femmes et à leurs hommes qui nous les prêtent contre du rhum. Je crois que dans ma pomme comme dans ma vie, avec dégoût mais avec envie, certains me traitent d'arriviste et m'applaudissent une fois sur la piste. Et ils me crient « Allez l'artiste !» alors que je suis même pas guitariste. Quelle bande de cons, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, dis-moi que rien, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, quelle bande de cons, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, dis-moi que rien, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh mais toi, Mon beau public, toi qui m'es si sympathique, si tu payes pas la mer Baltique, j'avoue qu'une bière me serait bien pratique. Aller dans un bar s'asseoir et boire, miser des sommes sur le hasard, finir le slip dans un bazar et le cœur dans un mouchoir. Mais là t'as peur, c'est la panique, tu te réfugies dans ma musique. Si ça coûte moins cher que la mer Baltique, c'est quand même plus chouette que la politique. Et là tu pars dans ma chanson, tu explores de nouveaux horizons. Si t'as envie d'apprendre l'accordéon, y'en a un qui traîne dans mon salon. Soyons tous cons, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, de moins que rien, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, soyons tous cons, da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da, de moins que rien. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Soyons tous cons. Woo.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Welcome, you're very welcome. Feels very strange not to have a guest. I feel like I'm being like interviewed by like the FBI, you know, all the cameras, the lights and everything. I'm like, no, this is okay. This is my vibe. It's all right.
Should we play another song? And
Well, we could definitely do that. Yeah. So I've actually, because the idea of the next song is what is the song that kind of like shaped your career and moved your career in the direction that it is today. And I am a very slow writer in the sense that like I write quite a few songs, but they don't become good before a few years that I play them. So I usually write a song and then I will carry it with me for a while, and I would keep changing, adding new parts, moving parts and everything. And probably the first song where this really happened and where I really shaped it around would be Let's Dance. All right, so for this one, I'm going to be using a loop, and I hope you enjoy. Tell me, what's it gonna be? Oh, I don't know. said, please won't you tell me what's it gonna be? And I don't know, oh, please don't you hurry. So let's dance and embrace the time that we share. The chance our romance will last, is it fair? Sentenced to ignorance of the future we stare. At the glance of violence our love can't spare. No fence, no defense would make us unbear. Science won't influence these growing nightmares. Resistance is nonsense, so why should we care? But let's dance and embrace the time that we share. The time that we share, the chance our romance will last, is it fair? Sentenced to ignorance of the future we stare. At a glance of violence our love can't spare. Woo!
With this whole pandemic thing going on, I mean, our viewers can see we're wearing masks in the background, the technician and the viewers, as we're in full lockdown here in Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a street musician. How did the pandemic affect you?
How did it not affect?
How did it not affect you? I mean,
would be probably way shorter. How did it not affect you? That would be way faster to answer.
How did you make a living during the pandemic?
I'm not. That's simple as that. Not making a living. On the other hand, the signs were pretty strong that there would be a second lockdown. And very fortunately, the cool thing about the pandemic and this whole situation is that I guess people really start to appreciate and to realize the contrast between this freedom of being able to do whatever you want and the lockdown. It's way... So the lockdown is harder, but it also contrasts with the not lockdown. And so the not lockdown times are so much stronger and people have way more interesting things to say and to share, because when it was just the usual daily flow, you get stuck into it and you get so, I don't know how to say it, you get really stuck into this kind of like machine, right? That is just almost impossible in the end to show what is important to you because you're just on reaction mode. Things are happening all the time, so fast, and people were just on reaction mode all the time.
So you think that the lockdown and the pandemic made people realize more what is important in life and what freedom means? Or
I think yes, of course, and it also gives a meaning to freedom. If you're free all the time, then it becomes your new chains. You build your chains around that. But whereas if you take the people away from like this reality where everything is easy, I would say, where you can just meet with your friends and you can just have a handshake, give a hug to a total stranger, you do end up with people. I don't know how to explain, but I feel that before we were on reaction. People were just reacting from their daily life. And then all of a sudden, there is this moment where you have to extract everybody from their real life, put them into their home, and then they got time to think. And they get also a counter example. They can balance out, hey, this is my life every day, and then all of a sudden there is this. What do I miss? What was important? And so like during this moment, during the summer when we were no more in lockdown, the numbers were really low, I got the chance to perform we said we were not going to swear. I performed a lot, and
you wanted to say a shitload?
Thanks for putting those words in my mouth. And so I did that knowing as well that another shutdown was very likely. So I did put my finances on the side, and I said, okay, I'm going to save as much as I can. And I'm really happy I did, because it's even almost worse than I thought. So I'm really happy I did save as much as I could. And I'm actually very much looking forward to the next opening, even though I feel like the next job as artist and as a live performer is not necessarily going to be throwing the party as much as reminding people how to party. Because you have people who are not interacting socially anymore. We're not going to concerts anymore. We're not dancing anymore with other people. We're not acting as crowd anymore. And after a year of almost stopping from doing all of that, we're going to have, I think, as a live performer and everything, we're going to have this duty of bringing back people into this kind of like mode of partying, just put your hands up in the air, or everybody say hey, and like have this kind of like interaction and remind people what it's like to be partying, to be a crowd, and to be part of a group. And
I actually really don't know your set list, but do you have any song in there to remind people?
To remind people
of partying?
I could do there's a little cover that I like to play. Let's do that. Let's do a little cover.
Let's do the cover. And
Pump it up, why you fear a stumpy? Empathetic, come here, look at here, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at. You find out if you do that. Move on, have a place to stay. Get your body on the floor tonight. Make my day. Now move on, have a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day, 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 make my day. pump the jam, yeah, pump it up. But your fear has down there, and pajamas come here. Look at here, the crowd is jumping. I jump it up a little more, get a party going on the dance floor. Oh, see, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. Move on, have a place to stay. Get your body on the floor tonight, make my day. Now move on, have a place to stay. Get your body on the floor tonight, make my day. Make my day, 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 make my day. A little bit of an energy here.
I would say let's keep the energy flowing and
just go to for another one.
Just fire up another one.
Straight into another one.
Into another one, Mike.
What's the timeline go? Oh, we're still ahead. We're way ahead. I'm gonna miss songs. All right. Gonna need some water. I'm gonna need some water. Yeah, I feel like, this is going to be the next challenge is going to be how to party again, especially because we have distrust now. Like when we see other people, we're like, "Whoo, don't get too close, my friend. Don't breathe into me." And we're going to have to go back to find ways of being safe and of feeling safe and still doing what we love. And I think that's going to be, a very nice challenge, actually. We get to redefine codes, social codes for partying. This is what our generation is going to be about, I guess. Wow, that was a long silence.
Yeah, I'm feeling uncomfortable now.
What?
Yeah, like social codes for party.
You don't feel safe?
Me too.
Because I radiate so much. and the water is still there. In a little house between the trees, haunted by the best memories, where the only keys are the keys we play on a piano. Could it get perfect? Any more perfect? Whoa, keeping it short and sweet. Very nice. I wanted to bring this song up because it's actually like a song that kind of like shifted also my career. Especially I was playing this song, I remember, on the street, anywhere really around the world, and I would, at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of the song, there would be nobody watching. And when I would start singing the first lyrics, you would have a crowd of like 20 people sometimes more. And it was a really strange song because it really just kind of like, it acted like as a magnet. And then after that, I could just play whatever song I wanted and people would stay a bit. It's also a song that got me to play some really nice festivals and some really nice places. And yeah, I really like this song. So I wanted to show it to you. I'm really kind.
I really like this song too.
Thank you.
You changed a bit?
The song, for the show, because I thought we were going to try to keep the song shorter, so I kind of like moved around some stuff.
Really short.
That was cool. You liked it?
No,
yeah.
it's cool. I love it.
Yeah,
nice.
Just moved some parts around. That's cool. All right. And we are getting to the end of the show. Actually, we're getting already close to the end of the show. And so another really big thank you to our team. We got Helmut Steiner, who is helping doing the interview. We got Thomas Keschel, who you have not seen, but he's working on the cameras behind and doing an amazing and fantastic job as well. He's doing also the editing and everything for the show. Because after that, of course, so this is the live version, but then we do a proper, beautiful version that we're going to start broadcasting, I guess, on YouTube and whatever is cool today. And then, yeah, and so he's doing that. He's doing all of that. We usually also work with Max, who could not be there today. Complicated times, but yeah, we're looking forward to have him again on board for the hopefully next show, if not the one after that. Yeah, so
Fire it up, baby.
yeah, one last song.
Yeah, one last
One
song.
beautiful song. You know what? I'm gonna play what I was playing at the beginning. It's been a long time, and no, I wanted to play this song. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play one song. Like I wrote one song in German, and I want to play it.
In German.
In German, auf Deutsch. War keine Pille, um mich besser zu fühlen. War kein Interesse, um neugierig zu sein. Ich war keinen Urlauber, um eine Reise zu machen. Yeah. Ich war keine Liebe, doch vielleicht ein bisschen. Und ihr seid alle genial. Oh, ihr seid alle genial. Oh, ihr seid alle genial. Kein Auto, um weiterzukommen. Ich war kein Gewässer, um im Glück zu baden. Yeah. Ich war kein Internet, um verbunden zu sein. Ich war keine Liebe, doch vielleicht ein bisschen. Und ihr seid alle genial. Und ihr seid alle genial. Und ihr seid alle genial. Oui, vous êtes tous géniaux. Vielen Dank! Danke sehr. Wir sind hier in Wien. Können wir ein bisschen auf Deutsch reden vielleicht? Das war Feed the Artist. This was Feed the Artist with Picaro. Next time, hopefully we have a guest. Pussy Papa.